Hi everyone, it is Irma Mospan from McKinney, Texas. Even though I'm not in Texas right now, I'm actually in Idaho Falls, Idaho. Very, very cold, by the way. And I am so excited to finally have some time to talk to you guys about our upcoming marriage Bible study for women. So back in the fall, I started a study which was what it's like to be married to me. And as Yahweh has placed that on my heart, one day I had no idea how this was going to happen, how many people would join me, or if anyone would even join me, but I decided to be bold and obedient and just put it out there. Well, in my wildest dreams, I had not expected what happened. Not only did 10, 20, but hundreds of women decided to join me in this incredible journey towards working, towards really having a healthy, godly marriage. So, women from North America, Canada, Germany, Africa joined us in this beautiful book study that we're now finishing up this week. Well, as we created this Facebook group and really created an incredible community of women that have the desire to move towards a godly marriage and recognizing, oh my gosh, maybe there's things that I have to change. It's not always my husband at fault. And what if I'm going to start asking myself some dangerous questions about what do I want out of marriage? Am I willing to look at my failures? Am I willing to work on marriage like I work on other subjects and other plans in my life? We have seen huge results. I mean, like we've cried together, we have laughed together, we have prayed together, we have celebrated together. I know of at least 2 marriages that were saved from divorce because of this book study. Now, it's not my doing. It is just what Yahweh God is doing in us and around us when we're obedient to His calling. So as we're finishing up on Saturday with this book study, and by the way, if you're intrigued by it and you kind of want to do this study and you feel sad that you missed it, we recorded every single live session. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can systematically work yourself through each audio recording of each chapter and then follow each one of the sessions that were recorded every single Saturday night. Now, I gave away some fun prizes. So if you participated and you shared your aha moment with me, I was giving away Starbucks cards and there were supposed to be dates for you and your husband. And then the end big prize that we're about to reveal next week is a $500 giveaway that my husband and I are going to give away to a very lucky couple. And it's going to come from the buckets of tickets that have been collected over the weeks for all of those ladies that have participated so faithfully and finished the book study. So we're now going to start our new book study. The kickoff night will be January 21. So by that point, you should have gotten the new book and read the first 2 chapters, and then live discussion will be on January 21st. Now, why am I so passionate about this? And by the way, this is the new book that we're going to cover, The Power of a Praying Wife. Now, many of you probably own this book. I can't believe how many women have shared with me, I have the book, I just never went through it. Oh yeah, I went through it and I would love to go through it again. It's a very popular book, but I believe there's one thing that is really missing in a lot of marriages, and that is the power of prayer. You know, too often we as women will pick up the phone and call our girlfriends or maybe our mom or our sister when things are not going right in our marriage, and we complain rather than hitting our knees and praying for our spouse. And this book will challenge us to pray specific prayers over our husbands. So, who should participate in this study? If you're married and you have a great marriage, you should still participate because you can always improve. If you're struggling, definitely join us. The live discussions have been incredibly helpful to so many women. If you feel like you're on the verge of giving up and you feel like, you know what, there's absolutely no hope for my marriage, I promise you something. If you're willing to come with an open heart and you're willing to just try to really include powerful prayer in your marriage, you might just be surprised how God Yahweh can create miracles in your marriage. I am super excited to share my journey with you. I've shared a lot in this last marriage study. My husband and I is no secret. We were standing right an inch away from divorce just a few years ago. I chose to believe certain lies that people told me, that I kind of told myself, and I was just kind of at the place of giving up. And I'm so glad that I didn't. And I'm so glad that my husband fought for our marriage, because today I can honestly say we are in the best place that we have ever been. And it's been 20 years of marriage. I can come and speak from experience of having a great marriage, a struggling marriage, an almost failing marriage, and many things in between. The promise that I'm going to give you if you're participating in the study is no judgment. It doesn't matter where you're at. There will be no judgment. The Facebook group is private that we've created, and it has become a sisterhood. There's women in there that have created close friendships with each other because they're all cheering and rooting for one another. The openness that I have experienced in this group has absolutely just blown my mind. The fact that women are coming and saying, you know what, I have this problem and my marriage is struggling here and I just need help. You know, the very first sign of change is by letting the secret out and letting Satan know, you cannot have my marriage. You will not have my marriage, and I will fight for it. But ladies, it is hard to fight on your own. Just like as we're going through this detox journey, it is really hard to make changes when it's just you and your own little world. But when you come to a group where there's like-minded people, where you know there's other women that desire to have a great marriage, and you're all coming together and you're sharing your aha moments and you're sharing, just life, all of a sudden what I've heard throughout these last 3 months of leading this group of precious ladies, I'm not alone. It feels kind of nice knowing there's other people in the same boat that are struggling, but they're also fighting. And so they're gaining strength from one another. And when you come on the Saturday Night Live session, I promise you something. There will be times where you're going to laugh, and there will be times where you're going to cry. There's going to be times where you're going to explore in victory. There's going to be chains that will be broken. Because one thing that we do, one thing that I promise to do, is to speak truth. We go by the scriptures. We don't go by Irma's opinion. We don't go by any author's opinion. We only will share the one author's opinion, and that is Yahweh himself. The one that made us, the one that created marriage, the one that fights for marriage if we allow him. And so I invite you to come and be part of it. Every single week, we will give away, my husband and I, a gift card. It's been Starbucks. We'll see what we'll do this week. And at the end of the study, we will give away another $500 weekend giveaway of your choice. So if you're the winner, you get to pick where you want to go with your husband, and we will contribute $500 towards your weekend getaway. My husband and I are huge believers in marriage. We're also huge believers that every marriage is worth fighting for, and every marriage has a chance. I believe that with all of my heart. We were at a place of complete destruction, and there were others that believed in us, and it made us successful. So the book is The Power of a Praying Wife. If you want to be part of this and you're not already in our group, what I need you to do is you need to write on this video, please add me, and then I will add you to our group. You can get familiar with the people in there, and you can share this video on your Facebook page. If you are a believer in marriage and you want to invite others to join us in this group study, I invite you to share the video. We have seen so much happen in these last 3 months in marriages that honestly has just kept me on my knees. And I'm so excited that the desire of these precious ladies has been, please don't stop, Irma. Please don't stop. Can you please pick another book? Because this has really been kind of like that lifeboat I needed. And then the other thing I heard over and over again was, for such a time as this. And that's why I named my YouTube channel For Such a Time as This, because the amount of ladies that said to me, Irma, you couldn't have picked a better time. And I always say, sweet sister, it wasn't my timing. It was actually the worst timing in my life of the year. We were going through major trauma in our life. And the Father said to me one morning, it's time to do it. And so I just was obedient, but I didn't pick the timing. So when you feel like this is perfect timing and you need a community of other women that believe strongly in marriage and you want to fight for your marriage, just know that Yahweh himself, God himself, is calling you to do this. Having a strong marriage, what does that mean? It means a healthier home for your children. It probably means that you will be healthier at your job, at your business, whatever you do. Marriage affects everything. And I believe that we have believed too long the lie that we can put marriage on the back burner. We can work our hearts out. We can be there for our children. We can be super mom and we can do all these other things. And marriage, we will just kind of get to it when we get there. Ladies, don't believe that lie. That's the enemy wanting to destroy your family, and it starts with your marriage. So, I'm inviting you. January 21st will be our kickoff night. Get the book. Tell me if you want to be added, and I'll make sure I'll add you to the group. Please, please, please share. There are so many hurting marriages. They just need a glimpse of hope, and we're here to give it to them. With that, you guys, greetings from Idaho Falls, Idaho. That's where I'm at right now on a business trip. And I cannot wait to see your faces in this new group that we're starting. Actually, it's going to be our existing group. But for those of you that are in it, you know what we are and where we are. But for those of you that are coming in brand new, I can't wait to have you meet all of the other ladies in there. And I believe this will be a great, great new year as we're focusing on the right things in our lives. So welcome, you guys. Share this message, and I hope many of you will join us. Love you.